Let's read a story, Ruthie and the Not So Teeny Tiny Lie by Laura Rankin. Let's turn the page. Ruthie loved tiny things. The tinier the better. Her toys were the teeniest imaginable. She had dinky dinosaurs, itty-bitty trains, ponies no bigger than your pinky, and teddy bears that were barely there. Let's turn the page. Ruthie loved finding tiny treasures too. At the beach, she searched for the smallest seashells. The flowers she picked were no bigger than fairy wings. She even had an eggshell from a hummingbird. Let's turn the page. And wherever Ruthie went, she carried some teeny thing in her pocket. Let's turn the page. One day at school recess, after jump rope and swings, Ruthie took a turn on the twirling bar. When she landed, she saw something in the grass. It was a little box with a teensy window and an even tinier button on top. She couldn't believe her luck. It was a teeny tiny camera. Let's turn the page. Ruthie looked through its little window. Then she pressed the button on top to take a picture. Click! Just like a real camera. This was absolutely the best thing Ruthie had ever found, and it was hers. Click, click. She tried it out every which way. Say cheese, clouds. Click. Let's turn the page. Say cheese, little bug. Click. Say cheese, school. Click. Say cheese, Martin. Click. But Martin didn't say cheese. Martin said, "Hey, that's my camera." Let's turn the page. Ruthie was startled. "No, it's not. It's mine." "Give it to me," said Martin. "It's mine." "It is not." "Is too." "No, it's not," shouted Ruthie, and she raced back to class. Let's turn the page. "What's going on?" asked Mrs. Olson. "Ruthie's got my camera," cried Martin. "I got it for my birthday and I dropped it on the playground." But Ruthie wanted that teeny tiny camera in the worst way. "It's mine," she yelled. "I got it for my birthday." Well, that wasn't true at all. Not one teeny tiny bit. Let's turn the page. Mrs. Olson looked at Martin. She looked at Ruthie. "Goodness, this is a problem," she said. "The camera can't belong to both of you. I'll keep it safe in my desk drawer for now. Let's talk about it again tomorrow." Let's turn the page. Ruthie's stomach flip-flopped all the rest of the day. She couldn't remember the answer to 2 plus 2. When Mrs. Olson read a story, every word flew straight out the window. Ruthie cannot pay attention. Let's turn the page. Look at Ruthie's face. Does she look very happy? The bus ride home took forever. Let's turn the page. "Hi, Ruthie," said Mama. "How was school?" "Okay," mumbled Ruthie. Let's turn the page. Dinner was macaroni and cheese, Ruthie's favorite, but she couldn't eat. Not one little bite. "Aren't you feeling well?" asked Papa. "I'm not hungry," she said. Let's turn the page. At bedtime, Ruthie was close to tears. Let's turn the page. Oh, look at Ruthie's face now. How does she feel? "What's the matter?" asked Mama. So Ruthie told Mama and Papa the whole story. "What do you think went wrong?" asked Papa. "I said it was my camera," cried Ruthie, "but it's not." "It's going to be okay," said Papa. "You made a mistake, and tomorrow you can fix it." I think Mrs. Olson and Martin will understand. Let's turn the page. But the next morning, Ruthie could barely eat. Maybe Mrs. Olson would understand. Maybe Ruthie would have to sit in the timeout corner. Maybe Martin would never talk to her again. Maybe no one would ever talk to her again. Not one teeny weeny word. Let's turn the page. The school bell was about to ring. Ruthie took a deep breath and began the long walk to the front of the room. Mrs. Olson's desk seemed very far away. Let's turn the page. Good morning, Ruthie, said Mrs. Olson. I have something to tell you, said Ruthie in a very small voice. The camera isn't mine. I didn't get it for my birthday. I found it on the playground. Let's turn the page. Mrs. Olson didn't make her sit in the timeout corner. She didn't even look mad. Instead, she gave Ruthie a hug and kissed the top of her head. Thank you for telling the truth, said Mrs. Olson. That took a lot of courage. Mrs. Olson is not mad. Let's turn the page. I'm very sorry, Martin, said Ruthie. It's okay, said Martin. Let's turn the page. All at once, Ruthie's stomach stopped flip-flopping. She even skipped a little on the way back to her desk. She got the right answer to 3 plus 7 in math. Let's turn the page. After lunch, Mrs. Olson read the funniest story Ruthie had ever heard. Look at Ruthie's face now. She's smiling and laughing. Let's turn the page. And on the short bus ride home, Ruthie realized she didn't miss the teeny tiny camera, not one teeny tiny bit. Ruthie made the right decision to tell the truth. The end.